Introducing the Motor Goat.
What do we got back here in the van, Rich?
We have a new, I'm not sure what to call it, e-bike or e-motorcycle. A motor goat.
The Motor Goat.
A motor goat.
Greatest of all time.
Not a grass-powered goat, a motor-powered goat. It's, so far it looks really cool. And I'm still thinking we might be off by an inch getting it under the bed, but I think it's gonna work. So let's take it apart, open up the box, put it together, and see if it fits in the van. Yesterday, we drove down to San Diego to pick up the Motor Goat e-bike, and we thought, let's go ahead and try to unbox it and see if it'll fit in the van, in the garage, under the bed. We ran into a couple little difficulties and decided that we needed more tools, so let's resume it at home. Here we are. I unboxed it, pulled all the insulation off. There was a lot of styrofoam, really well protected, and really not that much of an assembly required. They had to have the handlebars off, they had it tied off to the side, they had the front wheel off, headlight, and foot pegs and everything. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy assembly. There was a manual that came with it, pretty well, mostly on operation of the bike, not strong on assembly, but I think let's go ahead and go through it. And I think we can walk through this pretty quick. It was really well protected. Lots of styrofoam protecting everything. I mean, really well protected. No damage found while unboxing it. It did come with a little teeny toolkit, not a few Allens, kind of a rinky wrench, and a screwdriver. I think we're going to be able to assemble it with these tools, and we'll give it a try. Let's start off with the handlebars. So I think it's going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be a matter of pulling off the stem cap Allen bolts here and be able to temporarily have the handlebars on like that. The handlebars already come pre-assembled with all the levers, the brake levers, the throttle, the little display, trip computer, function computer, the switches and everything. So it's just a matter of, there's not even connectors for it. It's insulated with some styrofoam, and then they zip tied it to the side of the frame. So pretty impressed. Screwdriver's not gonna work. The Phillips screwdriver, or the screwdriver they gave, was slipping. So probably gonna need some additional tools. Okay, so basically it is set up to, it has turn signals, which is really weird on a bicycle. So I guess it's not a bicycle, it's a bike, but is it a motorbike, a motorcycle? I don't know, but that's what it is. It is a motor goat. Typically, e-bikes have pedals. This does not have pedals. Kind of hard to classify it as a bicycle if it doesn't have pedals, but it also doesn't go above, I think it goes 35, which is pretty fast for an e-bike. And so maybe it's not classified as an e-bike, it's more of an e-cycle. So it comes with a headlight, an LED headlight. It's kind of a funky one. And I think in the back is actually the horn is built into the back. It's kind of cool. So there's a connector, a blue connector for the headlight. It's a 4-pin connector, and it looks like that's for the light and the horn. It snaps together. I think you're on your own for trying to figure out how to aim it. Once we get the front wheel on, it'll be probably a little more accurate where to aim it. Like that for now. Let's go ahead and tighten up this so I don't forget. A funky little tool, but it might work. And then we'll tighten up the bracket for the turn signals and the headlight. Okay, so we're done with the headlight. We're done with the handlebars. Let's go ahead and put the foot pegs. So it's got these little foot pegs, and the guy at the warehouse gave me a little tip. He goes, I guess they're right-hand threads and left-hand threads, but they're not marked which one's which. and don't want to put the wrong one on, or else it will screw up the threads. He says the next wave of production, they're going to mark them. Let's figure out which one goes where. Not sure why they would do that. Got one. Okay, so this is definitely a left-hand thread. Oh, we got it. Okay, foot pegs are on. Okay, next step is going to be putting the front wheel on. Front wheel is actually pretty light. I was really surprised how light the thing is. It's a aluminum rim, big old fat tires. It's a 10 by 4 in the front and 10 by 5 in the back is what the manual says. And so just to be on the safe side, bought some inner tubes to get ready for Baja in case we experience a puncture. So they'll be here tomorrow from Amazon. The front wheel goes on just like a bicycle. It has this little protector. It's disc brakes. I was a little disappointed to see that it is mechanical disc brakes. Better than rim brakes, but it would be nice to have hydraulic disc brakes. Okay. And it has a kickstand. So if you notice, it has front and rear suspension. The manual implies that you can adjust the front and rear suspension, but it doesn't appear that this model has it. You can adjust the spring rate, but it doesn't look like you can adjust the rebound and compression. This is the battery. It looks like a fuel tank. It's kind of cool. The Motor Goat battery. It's heavy because it's a battery, and so it is rated. It's at what, 13 amp hours, 48 volts. Pretty cool. You can slide it right off. It's got a key to be able to lock it in so nobody steals your battery. And hopefully, maybe if you park the bike somewhere, you slide the battery off, maybe nobody will steal the bike without so there's no lock on the steering or anything like that. So probably bring your own cable. But yeah, it unlocks, slides right off, so you can charge it in the house. You can actually charge it while it's on here too as well. Or charge it in the van while you're driving, which we plan on doing. So it just actually slides on, snaps on, has all the connectors there, take the key, and then be able to do it. In the manual, it says the main switch is on the battery, and that's how you turn the thing on and off, the whole bike on and off. But the guy at the warehouse and also the guy who sold it to us described and explained that no, all it is a battery level indicator. So turn it on, push and hold the power button or the M button. You'll see it then power up. It'll show you speed, it'll show you voltage, it'll show you temperature, show you what the trip odometer is, and the whole main odometer too. You control the headlights from here, and they're on. You have headlights on and off, and then you got turn signals. Look at that, turn signals on a bike. A turn signal and tail light and brake light all at once. What's supposed to happen is you have brake levers. The rear, of course, is on the right-hand side. It's supposed to, of course, apply the brakes, apply the brake light, and then also, even if you're twisting the throttle, it'll cut the power to the motor. So, but basically, it's got a kickstand. So, look at that. The only thing that's left is the Bluetooth speaker, and I'm not sure if we're going to actually use that function or not, but it just connects onto the handlebars, and so I'm assuming it's going to connect here. I don't know, something like that, and connect here on the handlebars here. So we'll see. Maybe we'll use it, maybe we won't. get the motor goat to fit in our garage under the bed, we had to remove the front wheel, remove the seat, and then disconnect the rear shock lower mounting bolt, allow the frame to come down so it can fit under the bed.
And what is that?
It's a USB port, and I think it's for like charging your cell phone.